Good afternoon, everybody. How you guys doing? This is good old Reverend Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Republic Network. Oh, wow. Yes, I'm going there, folks. I'm going there. Do I apologize for that? Fuck no. It needs to be talked about, right? Look, most marriages, most relationships do not last. Right? They don't last very much long at all. How I know? I lived it. I've been separated from my my child's mom for over 20 years. We've been split for 20 years. We split in '05, February 9th, March, 21 years. Okay. Um, am I happy? Sure, I'm happy. Yeah. Yeah. Um, there's a lot of questions out there from both men and women. And one of the things is that both sides, full 100%, both both sides of one side here, 50-50. Oh, here, 50-50 here, you know. Now, there are some men that don't want drama. They drama for anybody anybody is a big drainer of life, big drainer of psychological, emotional, and physical energy. I want this video to be a talking point amongst my viewers as well, because some of my viewers are married, some are going through a separation, a divorce, going through a divorce, already divorced. I want this to be a talking point amongst everybody, because the thing is, we're seeing a pattern of women that would leave a nice guy, a good guy, for a bad boy, someone who would cheat on them, hurt them in a way, but yet the women stay around. They stick around. Okay. My, my question is, why do you stick around thinking that you're the only woman for him? No. The guy has other women in his DMs, and he will rather choose any of them than you. Now, here's the thing. Same with guys, right? Guys, 50-50. One side, they deal with the bullshit. They work every day. They come home, and the one thing that all they want to do is just go and they don't want to even go home, because they know that once they walk through that door, drama. Oh my god! Holy shit! Fucking a. And now, one of the one of the many reasons why divorce marriages end in divorce, and relationships end the way they do. Now, here's a fact: women cheat more times than men do. Now, here's also another reason why men cheat. It ain't because they're looking for a side piece or whatnot. You know, it's because when they're at home, when they're at home, they hope to come home to peace, to peace. Oh, come on, Daisy, come on, Daisy, come on. Men want peace. They don't want drama. They just want peace. Come home and have peace after going through a hectic day. You know, with today's technology, right? With today's technology, holy crap! You know, men are. I mean, both sides can be to blame. Okay, I'm not but blaming one side. I'm saying is from an observer, both sides here aren't so innocent themselves. You know, am I innocent? No, no, because I did that. You know. I went through a separation over 20 years ago, and went through a lot of head games and bullshit. You know, I went through that. Not gonna to deny it. I've been there, done that. Um, but my issue, okay, this my issue here. After a woman goes through, uh, I say, going through the train system, and after all that out of her system, allegedly, she asked the question, which is like really fucking stupid, and she knows why. Where are the good guys at? I could answer that question for these ladies, for these women. They're not looking for you. When they see you, they see someone who went through the train system. If you catch my drift, wink, wink. Some women that, and look, women, here's facts. Women hate other women. Just like some men hate other men. Is that true? Probably. Now, the thing is, and here's the reason why. In some cases here, the reason that women hate other women is that they know that for a fact that if they leave a guy, hoping he suffers tremendously bad, that he grovels and becomes a simp, which a good majority of men don't become simps, they become sigmas. Okay? Simps are ones who pretty much will do anything to get pussy. Okay? That's a simp. Okay? That's a man who will do anything for pussy. You know. A sigma don't give a fuck. A sigma does not give a fuck. Okay? At all. Yes, there's boundaries. There should be boundaries. There needs to be respect, and also know when to walk away from a drama. Right? Both sides do create drama, even for themselves in a way. Um, the one reason that women hate other women is that here, check out. If if a woman who treats her man bad, very bad, and hopes he just suffers, right? Just suffers. Her biggest fear is that another woman would swoop in and take him away to make sure that he doesn't suffer. You know, because there are good women out there they'll do that. You know, they'll do that. Yes, I know men ain't perfect. Yeah, we're all human, flesh and bone. You know, but there's a point where, and some men mostly walk away from drama and too afraid to even want to date anybody. You know, because of all the shit they went through, the drama, the bullshit. Holy crap! You know that kind of bullshit. You know, I think that it's really psychological and emotional, as well as physical, because once we go through that drama bullshit so much that we say, "Nah, time out. I ain't going to go through this shit anymore. I am fucking done. I am fucking done." So, um, I think it's really, it's how much you can get away with while in a marriage or a relationship. Um, Me and a buddy of mine, Tim, and I talked about this over a few times, and it's about stability. You know, man provides, protects, but provides and is stable. Depends on the man at a certain time of his life. You know, older women went through all that shit. Some walked away because they think, well, I can do better. Really? You think you can do better? Younger women go for older guys because the man is stable. He's in a good place in his life, right? Yeah. You think about the term stability. Younger men still trying to learn what it means to be stable. You know, still learning. Older women want to go after young guys because they want to relive that youth they lost 30 years ago, 25, 30 years ago. Look, you think like stamina. Yeah, yeah, he lost stamina, so I'm going to go with someone younger. Really? You think being in your 50s, early 50s, being with a guy for 30 years, you say he's a good dad and husband, but you ain't happy. But turn around, you see the guy who you fucked over saying, oh, he's a good guy, but he's moved on with somebody else while you're going through three trials of hell yourself. The guy you left, he's with somebody else who's about 35 years old. Gives him extra pep in his step, and they invite you to see what you used to have or thought you had. That's respect. There's no respect in saying, well, he's a good father, husband, but I'm not happy. Do you know what kills marriages the most? Feminism, right? Kelly Kuko. Feminists went after her because she made her husband a sandwich. She cooked for her man. That's a real woman there, willing to cook for her man. Right? Most women these days will not cook ever. Some women do want to cook, do want to be do want to be a wife, a housewife. Hey, that want to get back to that, get into that traditional role. Feminism is what kills relationships and marriages most of the damn time. There's more divorces among lesbians right now. Go figure, man. Go figure. You know. Now let's talk about boundaries here. Get boundaries. So, what really fucks with a woman's mind is that a man can be chill, calm, okay, calm, right? A man can be calm as an icy cucumber, right? Just chill. Has that zero fucks given attitude, calmly, a very calm, zero fucks given attitude, but a very calm, laid back guy, just just chill. Because a good number of women, they expect the guy to grovel, to simp for her. You're supposed to fight for me. Why would I want to fight for a guy who all he cares about is bending you over and giving you a drill, thinking you're the conquest. With the guy, he's chill. He will let that woman go. Hey, if you want this, go after it. I ain't I ain't gonna chase after you. You ain't worth my peace. You know, you ain't worth my peace, man. It's a two-way street. A man's peace ain't worth the bullshit. Okay, man's peace ain't worth the bullshit. And you would see women on social media say, "Look, fuck you for destroying his peace. Fuck you thinking you could treat him like he's other than a simp. Thinking, fuck you, thinking you want him to simp for you, fight for you. Well, let me get that point too. Again, nobody's perfect. We're all human, flesh and bone, okay? We are. But we also have to understand, look, we're talking about a percentage of women that would just go off looking for the bad boy because she wants a little bit more excitement in her fucking pathetic life. Well, the guy she's going to, he ain't perfect either. He has other women's number in his hidden contacts in his phone in his device. You think that because that bad boy's gonna be faithful to you? No, he's gonna use you as a just like I mean. If you're willing to become loose for the guy you're willing to chase, he'll just use you and move on. There are also a good percentage of women that see right through that. They see right through that, man. I had I had a good talk with my dear friend, who I will not mention, because for her safety, her and I had many talks on this matter, and it's the thing is, not all men are bad people, but the thing is, it has to come with common sense and the realization here is that not all men cheat, and if they did, there's that one reason why, and I will tell you why. Okay, here you go. Women cheat more than men do. Okay, and they will hide it. They will hide it like it's nobody's fucking business. Okay, they will lie. They will hide it. Okay, they will hide it. They will go in the bathrooms and place, and they'll like text till dawn. Leave the guy that they're with in the rearview mirror, until they realize that guy's going to move on to somebody else. And when it happens, they're not going to see it. They're not going to see it. No. And it's about realizing that you're putting somebody that you're like, look, ladies, if you're going to be pulling this shit, don't hide it. Tell the person you're with, hey, look. And the thing is, you will face reality one day that you're the one who fucked up. The guy you're leaving, he's sitting there just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna have my peace. I'm gonna have my peace, and I'm gonna bear myself through that peace. I don't need you. I don't need your bullshit. Go ahead. Go find your bad boy who would use you, cheat on you, even beat you. But yet you're leaving a guy who's creating a stable life for himself now since you fucking left him. You pretty much embarrass yourself without realizing it. You pretty much fucked up without realizing it. Same with the guy. Because some guys do simp just for pussy. And they'll do whatever it takes to get that pussy, you know what I'm saying? Not realizing you as a simp, you're being used. You're being used. You're willing to grovel. I mean, you're willing to go through the obstacles just to get that pussy. Okay? You think you're going to get it? No, no. She'll just string you along until she's done with you. Women hate other women because knowing that if they leave the guy behind to see him suffer and be as miserable, which really, honestly, men aren't miserable. They're not. Men come to a realization that, hey, I could fucking move on, have my peace, live my life on my fucking terms. Now, the boundaries, right? The boundaries. Since we talked about the respect aspect of the video here, of the live feed, it's now about boundaries, right? Boundaries. Now, technology at its weird. We're just over 20 years ago, my my son's mom got a cell phone. Okay, got a cell phone, and this phone. I mean, this thing. Well, I mean, I feel sorry for the phone itself than I did her, because like whatever happened to it, I got blamed for it. I got blamed for it. See how bad it is? She's got a cell phone. This thing went through hell. I got blamed for it. One day, she put the phone on the top of the car, not realizing. And all of a sudden, she gets mad. But who gets the blood end of it? I do. And I come to realization later on that I had this feeling that I'm no longer happy because of this shit. And after the phone flew off the car and cracked in pieces, I got blamed for it. Like, why are you mad at me? You're the one who's driving the car. You're the one who put the phone on top of the car and drove off, making it fall and crack in pieces, but able to be put back together and used. You know, and there was no respect. There was more anger and rage than anything else. You the thing is, after a while, I started to see the writing on the wall. One day we went to a family get together at a park, the rec hall, and we were at her dad's family's gathering at a rec hall down the street. All of a sudden, didn't see her around for at least half an hour or 45 minutes. So my son and I walked home and walked in. She's in the living room. She's in the bedroom, her little office thing, with a guy who looked like a goat, bald head, long, whatever. And she's showing pictures. She's showing him pictures of her giblets. Of her giblets. I'm sitting here like, and I'm like, you know what? The writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall. So in February 9th of '05, she left. Took my son. He was 5 at the time. He's 5. After that, a lot of shit happened. I had my son with me in the house. They should call. Call, call, call. Pick it up. What? She clicked. And so told me, don't answer it. Don't answer it. That's what she wants you to do, is answer. So I said, you know what? I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm done. I'm tired. So she called. It rang and rang and rang and rang. I'm laying down, drinking some sleep and shit. And I felt this in bed, and over it's her smoking. Then she says, I couldn't see you with anybody else. Time out. You fucking left me. You left me for something stupid. I'm trying to get some sleep, and she's sitting there smoking. Told me, I couldn't see you with anybody else. I'm like, am I with somebody else? No, I'm trying to get some sleep. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm done. So she ended up moving in with somebody, same guy, goat face, and I got my son on the weekends, which is good because my son, I love my son, cool kid. He'll be 27 tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday. He'll be 27. Wow. Um, and so she goes in the bathroom, does her shit. I don't care, whatever. Just get the fuck out of here. Tired. And it's about how you say it, maintaining that control. That control. She wants that control. And after a while, she moved in with somebody else. She came back for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And after that, they never came home. Never came back. She was storing her stuff until she found a better place. She did. And she'd come by, take a bath, whatever, and leave. And I said, you need to be with him. Don't be with me. Well, I thought I got my cake and eat it too. No, I'm not going to be your second choice. If y'all remember the episode on that Semi show where Donna tries to amend with Eric, and Eric says, "No, no, no, no. I'm not going to be your second choice." She goes, "You're not. If you're dumped by a guy and try to go back to your first boyfriend, no, that first boyfriend ain't gonna be your second choice. You gotta figure shit out yourself, And it's sad. It's sad. I mean, the boundaries are basically you're trying to destroy a boundary that they're trying to destroy your boundary that you create for yourself. That peace, boundary piece. Dude. And another thing, the one way you know that your woman is cheating on you and seeing somebody on the side is that, for example, you go to a nice restaurant thinking casual, nice, there you go. You go for a breadstick, all of a sudden she grabs her phone. Like this. That's the red flag. That's the biggest red flag ever. Best thing to do, get up, pay the tab, whatever, walk away. Walk away. Because as a guy, if you see your wife or your girlfriend or do that, walk the fuck away, go to the courthouse, get divorce papers, sign it yourself, fill it out, tell the woman, here, I'm done with you. Sign them so I can fucking move on and have my peace. Then a guy can be asked, well, told, hey, I want to see your phone. I want to check your phone. Why? So I can see who's texting you or emailing you. Okay, let's make it equal. Let me check your phone. No. That's different. um, how's it different? It ain't different. It ain't different, right? You crazy broads want to see your man's phone in case of who's texting you, who called you, who emailed you. Pretty much, that's none of your fucking business unless he wants to tell you. It could be a business or family. You know, they'll let you know. But if you want it one sided, well, guess what? You're the problem. A guy sort of made his peace while you want to see his phone, but when he wants to make it equal, where if you want to see his phone, you want to see his phone, but if you're aware, well, here's how it's going to be. If you want to see my phone, let me see your phone. Oh, no. Look, it's a two-way street. It will always be a two-way street, and never enough. Never enough. So, ladies, dumb broads. You say you want to see your man's phone because you're jealous of who's texting him, who's calling him, or vice versa. You are the pain in his ass and his peace, and the erosion of his peace. Okay, you're the pain in his ass. Your problem is jealousy. Not just jealousy, but you want the control. But guess what? You ain't going to get it because the moment he says, "Well, let me see your phone," the reason he's saying no is because you're afraid that he might find the message and pictures of you in the bad boy fucking or engaging in something really fucking stupid. That's one thing that you fear is that if he looks, he'll see the messages, the emails, and the pics that you two dumbasses are seen in. That's why you fear of your man you're about to leave, you of wanting to see your phone. But you want to see his phone to cover your ass. You want to cover your ass by wanting to see his phone, right? Now, women hit other women is why too. Part two. That if she leaves a guy who treats her well, says, "Oh, he's a good dad," da, 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 and leaves them thinking, "Oh, he'll be miserable, he'll be crawling back." No, we ain't crawling back. We're gonna fucking move on. But here's one thing they'll blow up in their face. Not knowing the guy can be secretly moving on from the bullshit and want to find some peace. That woman's biggest fear is that somebody's going to swoop in and make him even more happy and more relaxed, and he'll have his peace. A good woman will know that if a guy falls asleep by her, that shows he trusts her. But if a guy doesn't sleep by a woman like that, is there trust there? Hardly. Trust has to be earned, like respect has to be earned. Okay, trust and respect has to be earned. Now, a man who is calm under pressure, who's calm and cool as a cucumber and just laid back with that cool vibe, Akuna Matata or Akuna Mafucket. They will sit there just calm as a cucumber while Broad is just like, just talks about boundaries and this bullshit, all this ground rule kind of thing, or this false ultimatum, right? Like some broad will tell her man, well, I'm gonna spend the weekend with my ex. If you don't like it, move on. Um, that is the most stupidest thing ever said. You're basically trying to demasculate the guy who pretty much who's calm, not angry, not mad, but calm, cool, and relaxed to just chill. He ain't gonna show emotion. His calm is basically telling a man's calm is the biggest middle finger to a dumb broad who wants control of the relationship. Well, I'm sorry. He'll tell you, see ya, hasta luego, puta. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Hey, I'm gonna have my peace. I'm gonna have my peace, okay? Simple as that, And the reason why the phone is down, so the guy ain't distracted. Red flag. It's not a red flag. It's just that it takes away the distraction. A dumb bro will say, well, what if somebody is trying to text you or I ain't worried about that. I'm not going to get distracted here while I'm with you. I'm here for you, not to be distracted. Shit. You know, there's boundaries and respect, and then when to know to walk away is when enough's enough. It's best to walk away with calm, cool, laid back, chill. Walk away. Have your peace. Leave the fucking drama behind. Okay? Leave the drama behind. Because drama is a stress causer. Also, a second reason why marriages and relationships don't last, the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law. The attention-seeking, self-entitled, world evolves around me mother-in-law. There I said it. There I fucking said it. Yes, ladies, I went there. Yes, guys, I went there. Because whether it's the man's mother or the woman's mom, the ones who are self-entitled, Karens, and the world evolve around me cunts. There I said it. There I said it. There I thought I went there. Yes, I went there. Yes, I went there. Yes, I went in there balls deep. I went there. Metaphorically balls deep. Metaphorically. Not really. Whether it's the husband's mom who's So, or the woman's mom. It's about the attention of remembering their youth. I'm sorry. Some of you self-entitled, Karen, the world evolve around me, broads. Hey, this isn't your time. Your time was 30, 40 years ago. Let your son and his wife have a life. Be a grandmother. Can't be a grandmother. I mean, you can be there for your kid, but the thing is, he and she are adults. You know, that's why he moved out of the house, got some place to have some peace away from the family, man. You know, even the woman who moves out, same thing. They want their peace. They're old enough to get out of the fucking house and live on their own. I don't give a shit. His family stuff. Look, family can fuck you over like a used car salesman at a third-rate country club. But we're blood. Don't fucking matter. Family will screw you over like a used car salesman at a third-rate country club. So y'all gotta think, man. You know, shit. You know, I hate the term. Well, family is for family is with family. No, because family again will fuck you over like a used car salesman at a used rate country at a family will fuck over family like a used car salesman at a third-rate country club. At a third world country. If you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification to really fuck up YouTube's algorithm. All right? Check out Scoops. Check out Scoops. I am now officially on Scoops. This is too good. I don't think anybody in this. This is my Scoop profile. Check it out. Right, Scoops. And I got 25 followers and growing and growing. So, in closing, we all got to really realize that we're not perfect. We're all human beings, flesh and bone. All right. I mean, we all want one thing and shit in the other and put together what we have. Crap. So, to all those bad boys, go fuck yourself. And to these dumb broads, go fuck yourself since you're good at it. All right. Piss off. Okay. All you guys create is problems and drama. Drama destroys peace. And peace is needed and wanted and earned. Okay. So I'm Reverend Ordo, and this has been the Anonymous Republic at Work. And we all see you next time. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.